September was a sick month, with a lot of great indie games to play, and I must say that I was not expecting it to be this way. Well, a lot of strange things happened. There are few games like Chef RPG or Entoria that I expected to be higher on the list, as well as other games that turned out to be not as good as we all expected them to be. So be prepared for what's to come, as this list is full of surprises. There are also other games that came out of early access like Shogun Showdown or Satisfactory, which I did not include as the majority of the success was gained before the official release. Also, remember that the games are ranked based on Steam reviews. We are starting the list with Echo Point Nova at spot 10. This game is an open world FPS with a lot of freedom and speed. If you've ever played Quake before, then this is something for you. It's one of the best movement shooters out there, and if you don't really care about the graphics, you will have a lot of fun. This game features, as I mentioned before, a huge and seamless open world in which you can go wherever you like. Colossal bosses and epic battles full of speed. Unlockable power-ups, hidden weapons, cosmetics and many more are also part of the experience. This title starts the list as one of the best games of September, and I think it may grow like crazy in the future. If you're looking for great gameplay full of action and speed, then you've just found your game. Oh, and you can play solo or in co-op mode. At spot 9 sits Ale and Tale Tavern, which I covered in my previous video about management games. This is a cooperative first-person open-world fantasy tavern simulator. This title lets you engage in whatever your heart desires. First and foremost, you can manage your very own tavern, cook food, decorate everything, craft items and much more. You need to explore the surrounding fantasy world, gather resources, fight enemies, and then try to live your life as a tavern master. This mix of genres may be a bit confusing at first, but I really like the idea of owning an abandoned tavern, gathering resources and rebuilding everything on your own, managing every aspect of your business to bring the place back to its former glory. So, if you're looking for a relaxing experience, some management and good old tavern building vibes, try this one. Do you like Euro or American Truck Simulator? Well, I got something for you. Spot number 8 holds Star Tracker, which is really unique. You are basically a truck driver doing what you typically do, but this time in space. Yes, you will hop into the seat of a rocket-powered rig, haul cargo, scavenge for salvage, and interact with other star-hopping truckers. I know how this sounds, but this game is really fun, and it is made by a very small studio of 2 people. Number 7 is UFO 50. This game may not look like much, but it's actually something special. It's a collection of 50 games, as the title suggests, from the developer of Spelunky. What's interesting is that these aren't just a bunch of random games hoarded together into a pack. This is a collection of carefully crafted games that aren't minigames, but full games spanning a variety of genres. Of course, some will be easier and quicker to complete than others, but that's not the point. According to the story, all of these games were made by a fictional 80s game company, and you can play them chronologically, starting from the most obscure and clunky ones, gradually progressing to the better or newer ones. Of course, you don't have to do that, you can jump into whichever game you like right from the start. What's also interesting is that some of the games and characters are connected to others, so you will need to play them all to uncover the stories. This collection offers great games, ranging from simple platformers to JRPGs and even grid-based strategy games. Give it a try, it's awesome. Number 6 is Mouthwashing, the first game on the list from the horror genre. This one is ranked high for a reason. With over 3,500 positive reviews at the time I'm recording this game is a psychological horror filled with disgusting, nightmarish and distressing elements. It's the perfect example of a great indie game that pushes boundaries and leaves you in a what the f state. Don't expect to stay long in the game though, as the whole experience takes around 2 to 3 hours to finish and there is not much gameplay, but that's not the point. The story, characters, scenery and dialogues are what really matter and would keep you engaged. A very strong entry and honestly one of the best horror games ever made. Halfway through the list, at number 5 we have Witchfire. This is a first-person dark fantasy RPG shooter where you play as a sinner turned witch hunter. It's like Destiny merged with some Souls-like gameplay and roguelite elements. The game looks beautiful, with really good graphics, great gunplay and a lot of fun to offer. Even though it is still in early access and some mechanics are not fully polished or can feel a bit tedious, this title has the potential to become a very strong and successful game in the future. If you're looking for a good extraction shooter with great gunplay, beautiful visuals and a challenging experience, this is the one for you. Not really surprised to see this game ranked so high. There were lots, and I mean really lots of videos about this game on YouTube Shorts and TikTok, so it was expected to see this game being all over the place after release. Now, at number 4 we have Tiny Glade, and this one is something very unique. I'm not sure exactly how to describe it, but this game is more about creating than about living alive or tending to animals or crops. Tiny Glade lets you build anything you like, however you like. The gridless building system allows for complete freedom. Every pebble and every brick is carefully placed by the engine. You can build a house and create a path through the wall without worrying about how to do it. The game handles it for you. There are no wrong answers, only creativity. You can change your mind at any point and adjust everything you've built without needing to start over or load save. Want to create a pointed tower with some ruins and throw a ship inside? It will still look cozy and it will look great. It's like doodling on a piece of paper, but much more modern and immersive. Now let's jump to the big 3. Frostpunk 2, sitting at spot number 3, is something I wasn't expecting. I was actually sure this game would be number 1, but here we are. We were all expecting Frostpunk 2, right? And yeah, we've got Frostpunk 2, but it's not exactly Frostpunk, if that makes sense. This is still a very good game in the Frostpunk universe, but it's not like the first entry. It differs a lot and people were a bit upset about it. The first game was all about survival and making crucial decisions. Frostpunk 2, on the other hand, is much more about the bigger picture, making it feel more like a grand strategy game. It wasn't what I and many others expected from a Frostpunk sequel, but it still brings a lot of joy, great gameplay and introduces new elements with a shift in focus. Now you've got other important things to take care of, so if you're looking for an enhanced Frostpunk 1 experience, that is not quite it. Now something I wasn't even aware of, to be honest. A game that came out of nowhere, at least for me. Seriously, I hadn't even heard about this title before and I was a bit confused when I saw it on Operator Drewski's channel and I was like, wow, interesting game, must be a Stalker mod or something. I was so wrong. This game was released in September and it was basically the game people wanted, literally. The developers released it in early access just because people wanted to play it. There are lots of unfinished mechanics, things that don't work as you would expect and so many aspects that needs polishing, but it's one of the best ideas I've ever seen. Remember though, this game isn't finished yet. The developers are aware of the rough edges and while you can support the work and try it out, just keep in mind it's still an unfinished product. It's a co-op survival tactical horror shooter. You have to explore the world and loot the dead to survive under the shadow of gigantic war machines. You will see walking mechs fighting with tanks or hordes of androids ready to hunt you. You are not a hero nor a soldier, just a normal guy with a backpack and a goal to survive. And now, before we jump to spot number 1, I would like to show you 5 additional games. Just a quick look, as honorable mentions. And last but not least, with over 16,000 positive reviews, we have TCG Card Shop Simulator. This is a truly unique game that covers a genre that many people love: trading card games and simulation. You will basically open a game store where you can sell booster packs, hire staff, host events and expand your shop. Pretty basic, right? But hella popular. You will organize your shelves and sell booster packs and other things like figurines, accessories and more, host games, keep your store clean and hygienic, and expand your business. But what's more important, and I think that's what many of us like about this game, is the ability to open booster packs. Yes, you can open packs and collect cards, with a small chance to get very rare and valuable cards, which you can then sell or keep in your collection. This may seem like a simple title, and somewhat it is, but the whole idea is great. There aren't many games that let you collect and sell cards while running a game store. Like, come on, it's great, trust me. And that's everything that I prepared for you today. This month was full of surprises and great games, and I hope you liked the video and maybe found some great new titles to play. This is my second video of the series and I'm having a lot of fun making them. So if you are interested, I highly suggest you watch my previous video about the best reviewed game of August, where I covered a lot of amazing games. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel to stay up to date with great new indie games and new releases. Also, if you like what I'm doing and you want to somehow support my work, then consider becoming a channel member. That would help me a lot. Thank you all for watching and see you later this week. Bye.